After the Whistle starts at Tiger Stadium, where Hollidaysburg running back Carter Muth takes the handoff, jukes, and hits the hole as he's off and running for the 62-yard score. Let's take another look at that amazing play in slow motion. Muth gets the open lane, zooms past the DuBois defenders, and has nobody to beat en route to a Tiger touchdown. Hello and welcome back to After the Whistle. As State and District 6 playoffs ramp up, we'll bring you some rematches from earlier in the season as teams duke it out for district championships and even advance in state playoffs. Live from University Park, I'm Isabel Negrini.
And I'm Andrew Matz. We'll also get into Penn State football's battle against Indiana tomorrow at noon and more about the evolving quarterback situation. After the Whistle starts now. Beautiful. Kicking off the night at Mansion Park, where the Penn Cambria Panthers took on the Huntington Bearcats in a Laurel Highlands playoff clash. Both teams are coming off of huge wins last week, and both are ranked statewide at the 3A level. Early in the second quarter, Huntington punts the ball off to Penn Cambria's Blake Lilly, who evades tacklers and runs it cross field, nearly going untouched as he takes it to the house for the 89-yard score. We'll watch Lilly go all the way. He stiff arms a defender, makes it all the way to the end zone, and that's 7 after the extra point for the Penn Cambria Panthers. Now let's get ready to move into that next play with 37 seconds left in the first half. Bearcats quarterback Reese Hughes looks for his receiver out wide when Blake Lilly once again picks off the pass and sets up the Panthers to score on the next play as they would take the lead 20-6 into half. To close out the game, Panthers' Corbin Vinglish has his second rushing touchdown of the night, effortlessly strolling into the end zone. The Penn Cambria Panthers won the District 3A championship 33-6. Penn Cambria will play Brockway from District 9 next week. Our reporter Edison Palumbi was at Mansion Park. Edison, how was the game down there? How was the atmosphere? What was it like?
You know, it was very rainy, and they say that winning a championship once is hard enough, but winning it a second time in a row is even harder.
Yes, it is.
If head coach Jason Grassi wasn't already soaked to the bone after the game's constant rainfall, he most certainly was after this Gatorade bath.
I told him before the game, like, if it rains, snows, it doesn't matter. Our mentality is to get out here and play. Doesn't matter what the weather's like. We're going to play our hardest and do what we do, and it doesn't faze our guys. We just come out here and play.
We like to say we're the mountain boys or the mountain men, but you know that it's a mindset. You just got to keep on pushing.
This stuff's on the norm up on the mountain, baby.
Huntington Stars running back Landon Erdman, but the Penn Cambria defense was able to contain him in the second half and slow him down after a hot start.
44 is running the ball also in the first half. You know, he didn't do crap in the second half.
The Panthers' defense was smothering all night. All of the scoring for Huntington came from just 2 first-half field goals.
We've been a little bit. They got some yards. They ran the ball on us a little bit. They won some first down matchups there the first half, but our guys we didn't buckle. You know, we stopped them when we needed to and held them to 2 field goals. So pretty proud of those guys for the effort that they played on defense tonight.
One of the Penn Cambria standouts didn't just impact the defense, he had an impact on all phases of the game. As you can see, the weather here at Mansion Park is not too pleasant, but that didn't deter Blake Lilly. He found the end zone twice, once on an 89-yard punt return and once on a 51-yard reception, and also had a crucial interception for Penn Cambria.
It's just amazing to finally come back and have a great game again. You know, I mean, obviously I can't do without them, but you know, I made some big plays.
It doesn't matter where we're at on the field. I can trust Blake Lilly to go up and get a ball and make a play.
For Grassi, this season was a homecoming. He coached the Panthers from 2013 to 2016, but returned to the post this season and led them to a second consecutive 3A championship.
We celebrate tonight, watch the film tomorrow. I think we're playing Brockway, so we'll get ready for that game. You have to have a short mind, and it's 1-0 next week is the focus right now.
The Panthers reached the state semifinals last season and have a chance to make an even deeper run this year. It was a very successful year for Huntington as they reached the 3A championship for the first time since 2017 after a winless campaign last season. Back to you, Isabel, at the desk.
The Bellefonte Red Raiders travel to spar with the Juniata Indians at Mifflin County High School. Juniata has beaten Bellefonte 4 years straight in the playoffs. Let's see if they can keep the streak alive. Both teams run out onto the field in the pouring rain. Bring your umbrellas. With less than 2 minutes in the first quarter, Bellefonte's Ashton Howell powers it in from the 2-yard line to score the first points of the game. 7-0, Red Raiders lead and dominate. Yet in the second quarter, Juniata hands it to Isaac Ramirez, who loses the football from a Gavin Dufour punch-out. When we slow it down, you can see that Ramirez never had full control, and Bellefonte absolutely capitalizes with a Sam Whitmer recovery.
Can't put the ball on the ground there.
No, you cannot. And off the back of the fumble, quarterback Alton Howell runs it up the middle for a 33-yard run to put the Red Raiders inside the 25. That would set up the Bellefonte for a 23-yard field goal to take a 10-0 lead at the half. Bellefonte would then end their losing streak against Juniata with a 17-6 victory. With the win, Bellefonte becomes the District 6 4A champion. Next week, they will go on to face the District 4 4A champions Shamokin in the third round of state playoffs.
The Juniata Valley Hornets hope to sting the Claysburg-Kimmel Bulldogs. Claysburg-Kimmel enters the matchup on a 7-game win streak, with their last loss coming to the Hornets in Week 4. Juniata Valley won 44-31. We'll get right into the action with a pitch from quarterback Jet Rand to Andrew Clark to put Juniata Valley up 7-0. A sting there for them.
Yeah, way to start the game strong.
Moving on to the second quarter, Jet Rand looks downfield and it's picked off by Bulldogs' Tyler Mowry.
Crazy play.
The interception set up the tone for the rest of the drive, where Remington Deal breaks tackles and goes to the house, putting Claysburg-Kimmel up 13-7. On the ensuing kickoff, Juniata Valley would strike as Connor Harker returned it all the way back to the end zone. Hornets get the touchdown. The game is tied at 13 apiece. Juniata Valley would go on to win 38-25 and move to 10-2. Claysburg-Kimball's season comes to an end, while Juniata Valley will face Bishop Guilfoyle or Homer Center for the District 6 1A championship next week, as well as for the round 3 of the state playoffs.
Rematch alert! This is the second meeting between the District 9 Du Bois Beavers and the District 6 Hollidaysburg Golden Tigers. In Week 10, the Golden Tigers absolutely clawed the Beavers, sweeping them 49-0. Hollidaysburg is ranked 9th in the state at the 5A level, while Du Bois is ranked 20th. We're jumping right into the action here, already 7-0 Hollidaysburg, where quarterback Trey Wingard escapes the pocket and tosses one up right into the hands of number 3 Thatcher Hainsley. Du Bois ties the game 7 apiece at the end of the first. Now in the second quarter, a quick handoff to, once again, number 42, Carter Muth. He finds the open lane and takes off, making one man miss and then turning on the wheels for this 65-yard score. And with a missed extra point, Hollidaysburg is now up 13-7.
Muth has some wheels.
Yes, right before the half, Winger drops back, scans, finds no one, and decides to take it himself, breaks one man's ankles and books it to the end zone, with Tigers trailing back on his heels. Du Bois takes the lead right before the half. After a very close game, it's back and forth, Hollidaysburg would squeeze out a win, beating Du Bois only by 1, 25-24.
A lot different than 49-0.
Absolutely. Du Bois ends their season at 7-5, while Hollidaysburg improves to a 12-0 lead. Hollidaysburg will take on Delaware Valley out of District 2 next week. As playoffs ramp up, these teams are leaving everything out on the field.
Yeah, they definitely are, Isabel. And when we come back, we'll have some more action from around the area. But first, let's take a look at some of the scores from around the state. Out of the Heritage Conference, the Marion Center Stingers make the trip to Johnstown to meet the Bishop McCourt Catholic Crusaders. They are the Laurel Highlands Conference champions and have won 11 straight games. They are ranked first in the state at the 2A level, but don't count out Marion Center just yet, as they are 6-0 on the road. Let's go to our reporter Clara Slowinski, who is there. Clara?
Thanks, Andrew. Bishop McCourt was undefeated coming into tonight's matchup against Marion Center Stingers. Bishop McCourt's defense was intimidating and dominating this game. The Crushers' defense was crucial to pulling off the 33-0 win over the Stingers. In the second quarter, strong safety Bishop McCourt Curtis Shedlock picked off a Stinger pass and ran it back over 25 yards, eventually leading into a Bishop McCourt touchdown. Later into the third, quarterback Angelo Guadalucci dropped a dime to impressive wide receiver Nick Dresick to extend their dominance over Marion Center. Throughout the second half, Crushers' defense dropped the hammer, including yet another interception, this time by number 6 cornerback Brady Page. After this, Bishop McCourt is going to advance to the 2A District 6 championship game. Back to you guys in the studio.
Thanks, Clara. The Bellwood-Antis Blue Devils come into this matchup ranked 5th in the state at the 2A level as they travel to face Richland, who is ranked 2nd. They met in the second round of playoffs in 2021 with the Rams crushing 54-14. It was a downpour in Johnstown by both Mother Nature and the Richland offense. On the Rams' first drive, Braden Nepper punches it in from 2 yards out. 7-0 Richland just 4 minutes into the game. What a play. Yet the second quarter, Richland up 14-0. Jacob Reagan is going to find Alex Bond for the 46-yard strike, making it 20-0. The play yelled from the Rams sideline was Del Grosso's, and this play sure did have a lot of sauce on it.
Yes, it did.
The home team closed out the first half with another long touchdown from none other than Arnold McGarwa for a 62-yard score. His first score of the night, putting the Rams up 26-0. That man has speed. Richland would then make up for an earlier missed extra point with a successful 2-point conversion, making it 28-0. The Rams stampede was too much for Bellwood-Antis to handle as Richland would collect the 35-13 win. The Blue Devils season comes to a close with Richland, while Richland will take on Bishop McCourt in District 6 2A Championship next week.
Well, Isabel, that was definitely a dominant game from the Richland Rams.
Yes, it was.
There, and it was. And coming up next, we'll move to Penn State football as they return to Happy Valley to take on Indiana.
But first, Andrew, let's take a look at some more Friday night scores all around Pennsylvania. The Penn State Nittany Lions currently sit winless in the conference play, contrary to what many believed, as they return to Happy Valley for the first time under interim head coach Terry Smith.
Our own Jenny Karamis was at practice and got insight on the Nittany Lions as they take on the number 2 team in the country, Indiana.
Thanks, guys. Penn State is coming off their 5th loss in a row, losing 38-14 against Ohio State last Saturday. They're now turning their attention to number 2 ranked Indiana. There are a lot of uncertainties surrounding this team, from coaching to quarterback roles, as they try to get their first Big Ten conference win.
Penn State has struggled against Big Ten opponents, losing all 5 games so far. However, historically the Nittany Lions have done great against Indiana, going 25-2 all-time, including a perfect 13-0 record at home. Since Drew Aller's season-ending injury against Northwestern, the starting and backup quarterback roles have been up in the air. Redshirt freshman Ethan Grunkmeyer has taken over the starting role with Aller out. He's rose to the challenge, having to face some of the top defenses in the country. Jackson Smolik, who would typically be the expected backup QB, is week to week, and freshman Beckham Kritza is out as well.
You know, we're hoping we can get him back, but we're not quite sure. You know, I'm sure you guys recognize Kritza wasn't out there today. He's sick, so.
Against Ohio State, it was wide receiver Liam Clifford who stepped into the backup quarterback slot. He played 3 snaps in the game with 1 unsuccessful pass attempt. Liam's brother Sean played QB for Penn State from 2017 to 2022. Liam Clifford has some limited QB experience from high school, and his teammate Khalil Dinkins believes in Clifford's ability and skill.
You can definitely tell it's like natural to him. He can definitely throw. He has a nice touch to the ball. You know, I think being a receiver helps. You know, knowing what the, just seeing, knowing the routes. You know, helping it just helps you know where the receiver's about to be before you throw the ball.
Clifford stood behind Grunkmeyer for much of Wednesday's practice. He will most likely continue to act as backup QB while Smolik recovers. Interim head coach Terry Smith seemed optimistic about Clifford's potential in his new position.
Yeah, he might be some secret sauce or something like that.
In spite of the roster changes, the team remains focused on taking it one game at a time and keeping up their mindsets.
Definitely that's been one thing we always been talking about these last couple weeks. We got to get one, so we just got to go 1-0 this week.
With kickoff set for noon, the Nittany Lions will look to take the field and play a strong game for all 4 quarters against Indiana. Although they have been struggling since mid-September, this Saturday may finally be the time for them to get their elusive first in-conference win as they aim to continue keeping Indiana winless in Happy Valley.
Penn State will have to hope that Grunkmeyer continues to improve his performance as they try to end their 5-game losing skid. Back to Andrew and Isabel at the desk.
Thanks, Jenny. That was a lot of fun to watch. It will definitely be an interesting game tomorrow at noon. Can't wait to see what Penn State has in store. And Andrew, what do you think about Ethan Grunkmeyer stepping into this position?
I mean, Grunkmeyer has stepped up. We haven't seen success so far. It was in Ohio State last week, actually. Grunkmeyer played okay, didn't play the greatest, but the Ohio State offense destroyed our defense. Jeremiah Smith, Carnell Tate were outstanding. Now let's move from Penn State football back to high school football. We'll send it over to Piper Murray for our top 3 plays of the night.
Thanks, guys. Tonight in the second round of playoffs in District 6, we had many thrilling plays. Let's take a look at our top 3. We kick off our top 3 plays in Juniata Valley, where the pocket closes in on quarterback Jet Rand. He lets it fly, and it is pulled down by Claysburg-Kimmel's Tyler Mowry for a critical interception. Now on to number 2. Richland's quarterback, Jacob Reagan, launches a beautiful pass to connect with wide receiver Alex Bond, who takes it all the way to the house for a 62-yard score and a celebration to match that score. And finally, our top play brings us to Hollidaysburg, where junior running back Carter Muth grabs the handoff and navigates through defenders before taking off. DuBois could not catch him, and he takes it 65 yards to the end zone for the score. Muth finds his boy number 3 for a Tiger celebration. Fantastic plays here in District 6 during the second week of playoff season. Now back to you guys at the desk.
Thanks, Piper. Man, you just can't stop hearing Carter Muth's name.
Yeah, I mean, he is all over the field. Of course, just a junior there for the Golden Tigers. I mean, he's going to be outstanding on the field and help them out next year, including towards the end of this season. It's going to be great to watch.
He's got a lot of great potential.
He really does.
That's going to do it for us this week on After the Whistle. For more updates about our show and our coverage of games, follow us on X, TikTok, and Instagram at ATWPSU. I'm Isabel Negrini.
And I'm Andrew Matz. Tune in next week for more highlights from around District 6 and, of course, Penn State football right here on After the Whistle.